All right, welcome back. Thank you so much for sticking around. The 500 people that are here. Just joking. All right, so the first half of today, we learned about photography. We went into the photography side of things. The idea with regards to it is anyone that stands up in front of you or you attend a class to listen to, which I respect, is that there's people that are professionals here that are willing to learn more. I love learning. The more I learn from someone else, the more I network, and I'm going to get your numbers as well, if that's right. And I'd love to connect on a WhatsApp group, and help each other out. Now, with regards to that, sometimes it's difficult because as someone that's standing here, I want to teach you as much as possible. But rather, what I want to do is get you one or two key nuggets of information that are like, yes, okay, and that's going to change the way of how I think and how I do things. And maybe not. Maybe you'll just think, I don't know how he's doing so well because really, I can do better than him. The thing with regards to what I like doing with apprentices and people that come and join me to assist is not to show them that I'm the best. It's to give them that opportunity to be able to do feedback as well. That feedback, like Carlo will pick up certain things, Divan will pick up certain things, and the crew that work with me, and then we build each other up. But then also sometimes what happens is, like Carlo will see, okay, Steve doesn't treat customers as nicely. So if I treated customers this way, I'll hold on to customers better. Divan will see, okay, the way he's filming, he could do it better this way or that way. So each of them are learning throughout the process, and that's the idea behind it. As long as they're learning maybe one thing or two things, whatever it may be, as long as there's that one thing. So today we went through photography, the basics. It's really basic. I mean, you guys are professionals and stuff like that. Maybe it wasn't the best, but at least you saw a way of how someone else moves around and does their workflow. So onto that, photography again, my advice from one set of professionals to another or beginners, who's your client? What do they want? Satisfy that need. A lot of the times I was worried when I was doing my photography that I haven't really touched this up and this could be better. The clients that I work with, some of the stuff that I do with events and stuff, my name doesn't even go to those things. Like it doesn't associate. So as in, it's just, that's how it is. So I leave it that being what it is. I always try and do the best work I can, don't get me wrong. I always give the best work because it's my name, and if I give bad work. But I'm not as harsh on myself in certain events as I do with other events. It's just how it is. Okay. So with that, understand who your client is, understand what the photographs are for, and present that as best you can in your own way. As efficient as possible, because right now, the cell phone is killing these. It's just the bottom line. News agencies, everything, especially on video. If that's the first thing, if that WhatsApp or that cell phone footage is the footage they have, that's what they'll use. That's what they'll pay for. So don't always be in that mindset that I have to, bigger is better or something like that. Get into the mindset of efficiencies, relationships. Network is everything. For instance, I know Suzette from here that helped me out, and I helped her out, and then we ended up meeting everyone, and that's how we get to Open Window. Beautiful school. I mean, the work that comes out of here is, honestly, it's not because I'm here. I would have gone to another, I'm that type of person. Like if I don't think I can associate. So right now again, you've got your own brand, your brand, okay, your brands. And I'll strive that I want to work with Nikon, Atomos, Nanlite, Hollyland, and I pursue those because I feel it's a part of a brand profile that looks good. And when people say, oh, this Open Window, he likes talking about this. What is it about? And if their work was bad, it looks bad on me because how am I associating to that? Whereas I know when I say Open Window, the people look and go, have you seen this stuff? Have you seen? And that's the kind of advice I want to be giving out. So what I do as a professional is I'm not just a professional videographer, photographer, whatever. I'm a professional content and content provider, but also service provider and knowledge base. Oh, you need a makeup artist. I know this girl. You need flowers. I know that guy. You need a suit. I know this guy. I know this person that does that. You need cars. I know this. So now what happens is a client comes to me and says to me, Steve, I need to do a shoot. I've got a beautiful outfit that I want to shoot. I say, oh, you know what? Let me phone Jaguar. And then they've got a new car that's just come out. And then I know that Martin Chandana just used. Now you as a client are going, who? What? No ways. My brands are going to be. And for me, it's just now it's becoming connecting the dots. So be that source for your clients. Be that source of information, source of knowledge, source of connections, network. Okay, cool. So let's get on. So video side of things. From photo to video. Okay, it's really there. Now, yes, you can do it on your phones. The hardest thing to teach someone is to be creative with regards to how they hold it, how they capture the scene. You know, the angles you use and all of that. It's very difficult to teach someone that. They'll know to learn, okay, this is, we have to have centralized and rules of thirds and composition, but it's not always just about that. It's about understanding how you can complement from this move into another move. It's about transitions. It's like, how do I have a photo of him or video of him, and then I want to get across to her? So should I just do this, but that's too quick? So should I do, how can I bridge that gap between this image and that story? And especially when there's a gap like that. So now you have to think creatively. Should I go there to camera 2, then back onto camera 1? So there's always a path that you have to follow. You have to think of the story, because you don't want a gap. Those are the people that are watching live online. The minute seconds, you're talking about seconds that you lose person. In video, you've got maybe a minute or two that you might lose a person after that. Nice with the photo, it's bam, done. It's a second. Video, you kind of want to have that next. What happened? Like I should walk and trip and fall and lie on the ground. You'll see all the people. But then I have to have the follow-on. So that's why script storylines is key. You must think, when I'm shooting this, when I'm doing this video, what's going to keep my audience entertained? That's why you've got your A-roll or normal video. You got your B-roll, and that's what the key is when you're doing that is you. So I read an amazing book, Lean Startup. Now, the minute I said that, you're trying to think of it and your brain's thinking. So I know that. So in the cutaways, when I'm doing this, I talk about Lean Startup. A picture of the book, Lean Startup, comes up. And then the author of the book and where it comes. So now I'm adding and I'm building to the story, which stills you can't do really. You can do it in an album, but yeah. So when I'm doing stories and when I'm doing video, I understand that video is a story and I have to give as much information and as much stimulation to the viewers as possible. So when I'm shooting, if I'm shooting something like this, so the first thing I'm going to do, we're on wide there, hey, shot. Now you're in a close-up. So now she's gone on to a close. Now I'm talking about this. So we go to camera 2 over there. Are we on camera 2? So camera 2 comes in there. So now I'm talking about this. And you'll see here, I've got my Atomos Ninja 5. Then moving on to my camera, which is the Nikon Z6 with the 2470. I've got a Saramonic mic over here. It's a rifle mic. And then the Hollyland over this side, transceiver, which can send a signal in the video all the way 100 meters away to another destination, which is over there. It's camera 1 going to the destination over there. So switch to camera 1 and destination over there. Cut to camera 1, you got it. Wave at the audience. Cool. Back to camera 2, which is going to pick me up over here. So that's what this Hollyland can do. Camera 1 getting ready to go wide. Okay, and camera 1, cut to camera 1. Now this is what you're thinking in your head as a DOP, as a director of photography. You have to know the story and the cuts, and that's where this kind of thing with it. What I love about broadcast, like we're doing now, is you're thinking of the story like that, that when it comes to still, when I'm videoing now, okay, so now I've shot this, now where do I go? With broadcast, you have to know where you're going to go before you go. And that's what's taught me quite a lot also onto how I shoot with regards to this. All right, so video is about telling stories. It's about adding, bulking. Sitting too static on one like this, camera 2 please, is going to get the person bored. So when you're doing a film and the person's talking, have fillers. That's why you'll see sometimes it's about the person talking and there's leaves or there's this, and you fill in with that while the voice is going over. Okay, because that same constant frame is going to be too boring. So I would say like 30 seconds into a talk, another cutaway. Then another, not 30 seconds on that cutaway, maybe a second or two. Then you go back to the person. But you want to try and build that. It does keep the people there. Some ladies don't like it. They're like, it's too much. It's all over. Camera 1, please. So watch when you're doing those kind of things. So telling stories is important. So with regards to that, you can use your own camera, obviously, like that. Camera 1, you're following me, huh? Okay. So I'm doing this out loud so you can hear the process of what I'm looking at going from there. So what we've got here is a Weeble S. It's a stabilizer. It's from Zune. Okay. Great. I absolutely love it. I've used other stabilizers. This one for me is the most amazing because the balance, the user control, because I'm all about like experience and stuff like that. Very easy to learn, very easy to use. And it's just really simple. So Weeble S, the nice thing is obviously you can control it here. It's got a handle over here that I can literally hold it this, which I'll do just now. And you film, and this is the stabilizer. So from one to the other, move across, and you've got different settings that you can set to do vortex, and you've got a follow one where I can literally, because you'll see this, if I move fast this way, it stays there. It tries to stay in that same section there, where there's another one that I set it to another mode and it will follow me this way. Okay, so really, really good, love it, and I'm going to be using it a lot. Weeble S, but this is run and gun. They normally call it like the run and gun because you're running around and you're chasing after, and I'll show you what we can do with it. Okay, then the standard thing with video is you normally go onto tripod. Now on the tripod, what you've got is a stabilizer because, ladies and gents, video, the slightest move is bad. You want to keep it as stable as possible. So being on the tripod, this is a video head you can see here with regards to how it's set up. Okay. And you've got your, obviously, your different axes that you can use that side. I use an Atmos Ninja because what's nice with regards to it is you can go into ProRes RAW into this. So it's like shooting raw photo. You can shoot raw video, higher bitrate, and you've got an external storage here of 500 or terabyte hard drive that goes into here. And what you'll see, and you guys can come up and have a look if you want. Come have a squiz. You guys can come join me up here. Come join. I just want to show you what it looks like. Any questions that side? Okay, so have a look what you're seeing here versus to what you're seeing there. Look at the detail parts. Can you see that you're seeing in the dark areas? Can you see a lot more detail compared to that? Now, my normal problem, my normal challenge that I have is I will have a cable on the floor. Now, do you see this cable? Can you see the cable on the small screen? Can you see it on the small screen? Yeah. And the big screen? Sorry. See how you can see it there. There's way more bad example. But normally you'll see it. You can't really see it as much on this screen. The amount of times I've messed up with regards to taking video, and I thought it was out. And we can now, only now, edit out touch up. So like if there was something on the floor, you can literally depatch it out or clone it out or whatever. Now you can do it on Premiere Pro and that kind of thing. Whereas before you're stuck. And it is quite a job because it's frame by frame, and it's obviously if you're moving, it's a different story. So that's why I like this, is that you're getting your full ProRes RAW, and you can see a lot more with regards to when you're shooting, how you're shooting. Okay. Then you've got your sound. Ladies and gents, sound is everything. Can I tell you, if you don't, Devon's studying sound, he's a sound engineer, and he's at a different college, let's put it that. He should have come here, but anyway. So he's busy doing that. But if you look at sound, you get the voice wrong in a interview, or it's tinny or it's echoey, you lose the people straight away. Sound is everything when it comes to a video. I mean, have you ever watched a horror movie or something and the sound comes up and you kind of like, before the thing's happening, the sounds, so I normally turn off the sound when it's a thriller or horror. Sound and music and the actual, what's the word for it? What's the thing? The soundtrack. It's called something else. Anyway, that there builds into it. So this is the mic. You also check, I must actually turn on the mic. You can work through different levels and it can dull it down a little bit or soften the noise, or it can pick up a lot more. And then what I've got is I've got this Hollyland here that sends out that signal that you guys were seeing. Super easy, super nice. And what's nice is if depending on where you're shooting, how you're shooting, you can have someone editing at the back there as it's going live out. So we use this for film, for live broadcast, but also for video in general. But then the rigs do get even bigger. So this is just the standard rig right now with regards to it. What I'm going to do is, okay, so then there's that. Then I've got my clamps. these are takeaway. They're not in the country. I haven't seen them in the country anymore. Get some clamps. Clamps are really, really worthwhile. You can see how I have to bulk this thing up and work around with that. And then that's pretty much this. And then I'll show you the rest now. Okay. What did I want to do? I want to take a picture of you guys all around the thing. So now what I'm going to do is what I want to show you is this is the other thing that we have to do as business. How would you like to get free things? There we go, you see. So how would you like to get free things? And this is where the marketing side comes out. Ladies and gents, social media. So you take a picture, for instance, you take a picture of me next to this. Now, these are brands that I associate with. You tag me in the workshop and I'm smiling. Then what happens is you tag the people. Tag Nanlite, you tag in Nikon, you tag in Hollyview and all of that, Hollyland. And what ends up happening, or videos and stuff, now you get picked up on their radar. Now that you're on their radar, they send you a message or they follow you because they're going to look at your work. They will look at your work. I mean, I would. If I see someone tagging me in and they're associated with an ambassador or an affiliate or something, then you take photographs and you start posting those. Because you know what the brands don't get? Brands get the beautiful video, the beautiful pictures. But this is what they want to see. They want to see someone standing here teaching other people, or you standing with the president or someone like this, and you've got, geez, Atomos, Nikon, and all of them are associated to this thing. So another nice shot coming over like that, where the person's actually doing the action of it. And the more you do that, it won't happen the first time. Might not happen the second time. But the more you do it, they repost it. And then you get reposted on international. And then one or two, and that's how I started building up portfolios, literally doing, you'll see my team. Have you got it, B-roll? BTS. So what I'd normally do for this, Carly, can you come over here if you don't mind? So what I'd do is I'd have this. So now this is going to be a proper staged one. So what we're going to do like this. And the Nanlite guys are most probably watching me now as well. So let's do that. So what I'm going to get her to do is come over here if you don't mind. I'm just going to do that. Okay. And then I want you to come from this side because you can see, I can see now all of this. Okay. And you can shoot one over there like that. And then I have to smile. Okay, got it. Perfect. And then you got that. Okay, perfect. So now we're doing that, and that's marketing yourself. And that's where the things start coming in. It's not just about getting free stuff. It's about getting the right stuff to help you do your job. And if you can do that for a brand and get something extra, then why not? And I'll help you guys with that. I mean, that's part of what I do, is helping people grow and stuff like that. So, okay. So movie, film. When you're shooting, yes, you're going to have to watch your highlights, your lowlights. We all know about that. You have to look at your sound level. So one of the first things I normally do before I do anything is I look at my sound levels, how they're going out, what they're doing, and are they okay? Excuse me, Devon is like pin with that. I could hit him sometimes because he's like, Steve, I heard flea jump. I'm like, really? No, I'm just joking, but that's just how it is. So with regards to that, sound is number one. Invest in good microphones. Lapel mics are really good. If not, cordless, wireless, whatever things you can, or corded ones. So SDIs with SDI, you want that. Anyway, so sound, then I look at my levels. I'm trying to think what else I want to tell you about this. Video highlights, lowlights, interior. Okay, frame rate. Let's get into that. Okay, so you'll see on most cameras, we've got two different types of setups. We've got the stills and we've got the video side of things. What camera are we on now? Okay, is it tight? Okay, cool. So we on, you'll see in most videos, most DSLRs, we've got stills and video. So now we're on video. When I set up my cameras, if I got more than one camera, I go Z, because this is a Z camera, 01, Z02, Z03, Z04. And then you'll see what the guys do is they normally put 1, 2, 3, 4 on their cameras, just so you don't lose them as well. But it's also good for when you're filming. So I do that. So I know that camera 1 for me is always the main camera. It's going to be the wide or the one that the person's going to talk to. Camera 2 will be either left or right shot. Camera 3, they go down in importance. So the number 1's always the most important shot, down to number 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 is the least important. So that when I pull these files in, I know that which camera is associated to what. The other thing that we've got is my clapper board here. So the clapper board it also helps because now I get to a scene and it looks like Steve's standing here again. So what am I talking about now? Especially after a long day of shooting. So you get that black clapper board. So then you write name of the whatever it is, transitioning photo to video, part 1, scene, because this is the first scene, the first intro. This is a fake one, but it's, yeah. So I mean, it's a Hollywood producer, director, cameraman. And if you've got 2 or 3 cameras, you say camera 1, camera 2, camera 3, what's scene, what plate, and then you literally obviously put this in so that when it comes up onto the screen, you can know, okay, this is shot 3, and this here, because of the sound, if you've got multiple microphones, so you might have a microphone on here, but then you've got a lapel mic going into like a Zoom or an H1, you want to be able to sync up all that sound. So what you do is you just do this and it gives a spike in the beginning. So that's why they'll come here and they'll go, take 1, and they'll say, what do they say again? I can't remember now. Oh, man. Yeah, but then lock it. Yeah, load it. Yeah, sorry, it's loaded. So load it, and then that spike in the audio allows us to align it. Because if we're just talking, it's very hard because we kind of quite monotone with things. You'd have to really zoom into the audio out and input. So with regards to that, you have that spike. The battery, no. Okay, so that's that. What I also do is I synchronize times. So synchronize the times with all the cameras. Choose area mode. Okay, frame rate. This is going to go always 4K. It's going to go the biggest. So you can do slow-mo, what I love. I'm going to do some slow-mo shots and I'll show you that. Movie quality, always high. MOV, you've got choices of MOV and MP4. Don't go MP4. MOV is much bigger. It's like, again, more versatile, better colors, better quality. MP4 is a condensed, like a JPEG. It's a much smaller file. But MP4, again, MP4 you can share on phones, whatever you want to share it on. MOVs, you kind of need a codec and something to read it. ISO, you have to be very careful. The rule with regards to ISO with film is on crop sensor, the smaller sensor, not higher than 400. On a big camera like this, that's got a big sensor, 800 ISO. The minute you go higher than that, you start getting some noise. And it's really crackly, and you'll see it in the black, dark areas. It will like do something like that. I can show you. And then there's a picture control. All right. So that there, active delighting, ignore, done. Metering, I don't want to, does anyone want me to talk about metering? Electronic VR, be careful with electronic VR is fine, but digital stabilization. So digital stabilization you have to worry about, because digital stabilization, what it does is it just crops in on the frame. So what happens is with like the video, the bigger with the frame on the outside, it will move a lot more than the center. So what they do is they crop in. So it's a digital optimization. Microphone sensitivity, easy. Attenuator, we're going to go on to, it's going to get technical. When noise, move. Headphone volume, time code. We're not going to go into that today. We can go, but it's going to get technical. It's not really. Time code is just how it records the time. You'll see there's a running time on your camera here. Okay, it's not running now. Why is it not running? Normally it runs. I must have been the time code that I sent, because you can have a running time code or you can have a static one that takes off your actual time of day. So this one will be time of day instead of the running one. Okay, so we've got that. Let's set up a scene. Yes.
What resolution do you use?
I use 4K. Reason being, so what sort of resolution if I'm using 1080, 4K, 720? I use 4K because what's nice with 4K is most of the time when you go into YouTube and all that, 1080 or 720 is good enough, but 4K is a very big frame. So like I was saying with JPEGs and RAWs, like the raw fine quality is really big. So if I need to cut in and go really close up, cut in and really go close up, what you can do is when you're shooting video, so I can give you the impression that I've got 2 cameras. So I shoot 4K wide, and then I want to go in close up when the person's saying something like deep and meaningful. So he's been busy talking nice and wide, like this, and then he says, now listen. And as he says, now listen, you just cut in your Premiere Pro, you can actually cut in more. So 4K, hopefully that answered. Okay, let's shoot some video. Okay, so again, with regards to it, the nice thing with the thing that it tends to help a lot is if you shoot outside, mid-afternoon or afternoon, morning, whereas videos likes dark a little bit, especially if you want to be creative. You want to be creative, this is where things start happening, inside, in the dark. Okay, so what we're going to do, come join us again. So now we got the piano. When we're shooting now, we have to give context to why we're shooting certain things. Why are we shooting Manante now? Because to an audience, now the prelude to this is, hey, ladies and gents, we're doing a workshop, and that's why we're shooting the video. Now I've got an idea of why they shot the video. For someone that sees this video is not going to know this. So what we have to do is come up with a story. So what I wanted her to do is I'm going to get her to walk like this from here. Walk to the piano. She's going to open up. Okay, she's going to open up here, the piano keys. So as you sit down, and this is the key, when you're doing video or anything with regards to video, give the person the action. So she's going to come like this. And you normally want to tell them about what they're going to do. So you're going to be a pianist. You're feeling heartbroken about something that's just happened. And you're going to come in and just play. First, think about it. Open up the piano. Put your hands on the piano like this. Breathe. Look up. Look down. And then start playing. So now and then when you finish playing, I want you just to put your hand onto, let me just see. So you're going to come in here. Sit down, look like this actually. Open up, turn around like this. Put your hands on here. Close your eyes and look down like this. Lift up, and then you go, okay. And then when you're done, I want you to do this and do that. Okay. So now, the challenge with that is it's good. In theory, it will be quite easy to shoot. So what you could do is I could literally light this up. So I'm going to have to light it up. But now the story is, remember, it's going to get quite boring because she's going to go there. She's going to sit. So do that action for me. I just want to see that action. And I'm going to put a story together as she does that. And just play some fake notes. She plays the piano actually. Okay, cool. Put it down. And then, okay, cool. So from that, the only challenge that I could have seen is that I'm going to lose her face a little bit. So what I want you to do is when you sit down, I want you to sit down and then look up there. Okay. Then look this, open up, and then go. Okay, so that sounds easy. So let's just shoot that. Let's set up the lighting. So can you sit, let's start first stage. So you're going to start walking here. So let me just tell you what this is so we can then pack it away. What's nice, it's called a jib. Okay, sorry, I just want to get it so it can be out of the way. This is called a jib, okay? So what's nice about it is you put the camera on here, and what you end up doing is you put some sandbags on or something that's got some weight at the back. And what can happen is you can get different high. You'll see as she's walking, what I can do, if the camera's there, let's just open this up. This is from Surrey as well, way over there. Okay. So what's nice is I can literally, so if I got the camera on there, pretend I got a camera, so I can be watching like this. And what this is nice because what you do is you would put your Atomos Ninja or something there connected to that, so you can see what the camera's looking at instead of having to do this. And that's what's nice about these cameras with swivel screens and the screens that can tilt. So what happens is, starting from there, you're going to start walking. Go for it. And I can actually have it eye-line, so I can go from a low shot like this up with her to a high shot like that, or I can even go higher like that to give it a real different dimension. I'll show you how nice that Weeble is. So literally would walk like that. So she'd be walking. And the camera would come in. Okay, that's a little bit close, but yeah. Okay, you get the idea with regards to what's nice about these jibs. Okay, but we're not going to use that right now. And this is from Sure. Again, if any of these products you need some advice or something about, you let me know. These are just the ones that I use. I've got, you know what for me is important is relationships. So the brands that have showed, great support, service, that kind of thing, where you take this out and just take it down for now. That's who I like to work with. The people that are saying, listen, Steve, we can see you doing this. Try use that. And so they really work nicely with me. Okay, so let's light this thing up so we can get this dramatic. So what I'd love to have, Pule, do you have a spotlight that can come in from behind her by any chance? Or a light? Because I want to try and focus the lights onto the back here so she's a silhouette. Okay, cool. Okay, no, that's fine. Perfect, thanks. Okay, so what we're going to do, she's going to walk. Okay, and then what we're going to do, she's going to just do this.
I don't have an answer for that.
Neither do I.
Something else I can help.
No, thanks. Okay, walking, let's just see. Yeah. No, it's okay. Okay, cool. Would you mind sitting here for me? So so what I'm doing now is just setting up some dramatic lighting. Okay, let's see what that's going to look like there. Okay, now, in theory, what I'm going to do is, if we have a straight shot here, let me just do this. So she's going to walk in. Just have a look at this color. See, this thing's in shot here. See what I'm picking up? Like that red in the background there. So I'm just going to set up like I would normally for a shot like this. Okay. You can see I'm picking up all the nice stuff. Wide, let's go wider. Okay, that's fine. That one there is a... Is it out of shot now? Are you seeing, what else are you seeing in the back? Are you seeing this red? How do these things close? Okay, just this red thing's getting to me. Okay, cool. So now what we do, so when we're shooting, we're ready for camera 3, I think it is. Yeah, okay, so let's check levels, always check levels. Okay, the level's fine. Okay, so camera 3. So now what we're gonna, let's do that whole action. So I'm gonna just start out of shot. I'll tell you where out of shot is. Again, we're shooting a flat, no contrast, no bright color, no, it's just super, super flat, meaning that it's giving me a great space to start off. If you're shooting everything in one environment that's not going to change, then you can start getting a little bit creative with filters and that kind of thing. But if you're going to go from here to outdoor to indoor to outdoor to different lighting, rather give as, do you know what I mean by flat? It's not, the colors aren't, like the reds aren't red, or it's very neutral. Okay, so let's do a run through. Ready? Camera rolling, sound on, and action. And cut. Okay, perfect. Done. No, that's perfect. It was great. Okay, cool. So we got that. So that in theory is a cut. Happy with it. Let's play it back. We can have a look at everything. I maybe came a little bit too close to. Are you camera 3 there?
On camera 3, I can't see your camera settings there.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. No, but thanks for telling me. So here's the action. This is camera 3 coming out. Is this camera 3 still rolling? Yeah. Okay. See, I kept quiet. She's quite hot here. You see how bright that is on her face. So I could turn this down a little bit. Okay. Can we turn off all these lights? The whole auditorium. Let's see what happens. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So that's an idea. Let's just check what this looks like now. This is going to give me a different look altogether. Are we camera 3 still? Okay. Okay, great. So let's just have a look. I might just do this. How's it coming up a little bit more? Okay. See what we would have seen versus what we are seeing. Okay. So there's that. See, it's harsh light. Okay, let's move this thing, the spotlight. How does that look? Now what you can do is you get gels. And the gels, you can change the color. So I could have put like a red in the background there or something like that. Okay, so right now I'm using the Forza 500 and the Forza 60 and the Pavo tube at the back there just to, okay, so there we are. Still quite bright for the mood that we want, but what you do with film is you don't have to get the finished product now. Rather shoot it brighter and then go darker later when in the edit. Okay, let's do it one more time. Okay, camera rolling and action. Now, depending on if you need sound or not. So what I can do is I can direct her again. So do me a favor, let's start again for this, and I'm going to walk you through it. So if we're not needing the sound for this, so what I normally do with cast, okay, I keep the camera rolling. I forgot, let's say if there's extra sound, what we would have done is had the clapper board. And even if you don't have the clapper board, you just go, just a nice sharp. And you'll see this is showing that the camera's recording. There's a little red light going like this. Okay, ready, and action, go for it. Great. Sit down, look up to the top right and keep staring a little bit. Okay, look down. Perfect. And now open up. And you know what? Actually, almost bang the keys. Yeah. Okay. And then do one more time. Now do you see the keys are getting lost here? Mm-hmm. See that? So now what in theory I need is I need another light. Okay, can we get another light? Yeah. Michaela. Sorry, say that again.
Blue light reflections in the mirror might help with the somber emotion you're going.
See, there's the lighting side of thing. You want the blue?
Yeah, the blue.
Okay, so let me just quickly. Okay, let's add this. Now, what's nice with this? So now what happens with film is we can literally add this in later, but there is a problem here with that. How does that look? Does it look too fake there? Too bright. Can I see? Yeah. I actually got an idea now, but let's we'll do it just now. Does it look like something would be on the piano like that?
Like a light.
Yeah, would it be there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't really see what it is. Huh? Okay, let's pretend again. Okay. Yeah, let's try it from the top. I think it's too. So what I'd do most probably with this is I'd have this taped on here. Okay, do the action for me if you don't mind. Oh. Can you guys see me? Okay, so just have a look at what's happening. Are we still on camera 3? Okay, go for it. Coming in. Down, look up. Yeah, that's perfect. Down, that's perfect. Is it still as dark? Still as dark? Okay, and close. And hands in. Cool. What did it look like from that? Okay, cool. So now we've got that establishing shot. So what we're going to try is, I'm going to try something different. Cut that one. Now what I want you to do is I want you to walk in with this. So we're going to try this, where she walks in like this. It's going to be dark. She's going to put this here. No, you're going to put it here. Is that okay? So you're going to walk in with this here, and you're going to put it down here. So let me show you the action. Walks in like this, and you can actually put it there. Can you see me there? Like that. And she opens it up. And where the light is. Just feel it like this maybe. And then, yeah, see how that looks. So we had an idea. Okay, let's see. Yeah, just. Okay, go for it. See the lights. It's cool, huh? Okay, let's try it one more. I didn't press record. Oh my goodness. Are we still on camera 3?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Camera 3, let's go in, recording and action. It's nice, eh?
Yeah, it's nice.
There we go. Think about it. Nice. Open up. Start wide hands and then bring them back in. Almost hit the keys like, and then close it. And then just leaning your hand on your head. And that's where it will go out. Perfect. I like that. I think it's got that emotion. So now is the job done? No, now is the fun part. Now what we're going to do, yeah, we'll do that later. We'll do that now. He's very good with his stuff. Okay, so now what we're going to do is, here's where we start building the, because what did I say? We want to keep it interesting. Okay, we're on camera 2 now. Can we turn on the, okay, no. Let's turn on the lights just so I can show you so the rest of the people can see. So if you can turn these on. Okay, so with regards to now what we've got is we've got the establishing shot, like the whole, like that's the action. Now what you have to do is build to this so that people don't get bored. So now what I'll do is, let's look at the elements. People like hands are normally show a gesture of like frustration and, you know, difficulty and stuff. Feet tapping. The action she does, her hands, her fingernails, all of that adds to the makeup of a person. Because ladies, let's be honest, when you look at another lady, what's the first, you kind of go, okay, the shoes work, the pants, yeah, okay, that all makes the story. Am I right? That's what it does. Men, we kind of like, yo, that's, yes, perfect. But we all got a story from our fingernails to our hair to everything. So that's where we're going to go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to film and I'm going to show you. So the first thing I'm going to do is I want that walking. So what you're going to do is, okay, we're going to kill the lights again if you don't mind. Okay, no, camera, is there camera 1? Put camera 1. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to get you to walk if you don't mind, and action. Cool, got it? So just have a look at this. So that's how I'm going to get it to start. Yeah, so what I'd rather have, instead of having that in the background, let's just do facing this way. Yeah. Okay, go back out a little bit if you don't mind. Okay, walking across. Got it. Okay. Now what you do is you always also look at the three-dimensional. So let's do this side. Okay, ready? And walk. Can you go back again? Keep going back. And then again. Okay, so now what I'd do in this video, how we'd cut it, is we'd start with the walking. So it would be blacked out. And then you see this walking. Then you'd cut to the wide of her walking wide. Then maybe to her feet again. Okay, so that's my intro. So come back to here. Now you have to keep continuity, right? Eh? Continuity is this belt is on this side. She's not wearing a watch. Both sides, she can't have a break and then she's got to watch her jewelry, how it's falling, her hair. So we actually watched that video again just to double check. I normally let her see it as well and we go from there. So now what I do is the next big part in this thing is when you come and sit down, am I right? So give me a sec. Okay, ready? Yeah. Okay, and go for it. Come in like you were before. Okay, cool. Let's do this again. Okay, just stand up and then sit down again. Okay, and then come back in. Okay, perfect. Now you lift up the piano thing. Didn't you have a light with you? Okay, that's fine. And then fingers out to the side, and then back in again. Play it. Okay, close it. And put your hands on the thing. Got it. Okay, let's show you. Come have a look here. Yeah.
Are we going to see the finished video on the stream?
Yes, they'll get to see the finished video. Okay, can we, let's finish off all the shots and then I'll show you everyone. Okay, then what I want to do is, so we got this, let's go. So I want you to pick up the light, because what did we do? Correct. So let's just do that again. Okay, when you're ready, and let's go. Perfect. Okay, open up. Starts in the middle and then goes out to me, back into the middle, into playing it. Okay, close it. Nice work. And leaning on it. Got it. Okay, so what we've done now, let me quickly show you guys. So which camera are we on? Camera 1 still. Okay, okay, so let's quickly show you here. Can you all see? What do you think of it? How's it looking? Okay, so now what we're going to do is that same thing again. Hectic. So now what we've got is we've got this side heavy. So let's do it again where you sit down. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over your shoulder. I'm going to come in tight like this. Video is not easy. Let's put it back there. We're just going to do the second part. Nah, let's do that. Okay. Ready. Sit down. Yeah, let's get you down. So you're going to put your hands on it, closed. Okay. Let's see this. So what we're busy doing now is these are the okay. Now lift your hands up for me and then put them down like you would. Perfect. Open it up. Okay. Perfect. Play that note. Okay. And then close it up and head down. Whew. Stay there like that. Now, okay, same thing again. You're going to sit down, standing up, and then just sit down into that pose if you don't mind. So if you stand up and then go into the pose in 3, 2, 1, go for it. Okay, so now what we've got is we've got that angle, this close up. Now what I have to do is I have to get this here, through here. See if I can get that. Okay, so I need you to do that same. Now I need you to start from the, not from the beginning, but as you sit down. And with the light, if you can. Give me a sec. Will you sit there one more time? Okay. Perfect. Okay. Stand back a little bit more. Okay, ready, and go for it. Looking to the distance. Okay, come back. Yep. Do your thing. Cool. Perfect. Okay, so now we've got front, back, sides. We've created almost a 360-degree thing. Now the last thing that we're going to do, now I could look into the distance with her. Now we're going to do it a different way. Now we're going to run and gun it. So we're not going to have that camera going. We're going to have this one doing the whole, everything together. Now you're going to see me working. Now normally what I have, okay, normally what I have is I have my assistant with me. Cool, thanks. And they'll guide me with regards to it. So Carla, I just need you to come behind me. And then we'll go into light so people can see what we're doing. Okay, so let's get this. And action. Keep staring there, that's it. Okay, going down. Okay, sure. Okay, a lot of movement around, eh? Okay, can we put on the lights again? Okay, let's show you what we've got. Can you all see? It's a little bit too much running around. It's like now you're getting dizzy. But it depends on what you wanted for the mood for it. So this is more of like a run and gun. So I'd have to refine that. I'll be honest, it's not the best movement, but what's nice about it, let's show you this one, is when we go into, like you'll see some of the cutaways that I've got. So then I've got that. So now in theory, what I'm going to be doing is when I'm shooting, let me just show, do you want to plug this into camera? So go to camera 1, please. Okay, plug in this to camera 2 so they can have a look, and then will you just play through the different videos? This is the run and gun. Show them the run and gun, and then the other one where you hold it and do it. Okay, so while they're busy doing that, so now what we've got is we're going to patch those little pieces together in the story. So as she's walking, we'll start off with that walk. then we go to wide, then we come back to walking, then we might go to hands as she sits down, or the hand putting it onto the piano, then the hands over here, and then we literally go step by step and build that story around it. Now, the bigger the movie, the more footage you need. And why they cost so much. Because that there is just, you're talking about, and every shot is planned, hey? So every shot you do with regards to it is planned to the T. And I mean, that's what kind of stuff goes into it. So the questions, yes.
Yes, but so it's safe to say when it comes to video, then the creatives are right than the headline.
Yeah, you have to, that's unfortunately it. They have to sit back and, so how do you do it is, again, your, is it still busy filming? What you on now, camera? Oh, is it still working? Okay. Is it, what's happening with the screen? Okay, cool. Is it nearly done? Sorry, guys. Okay, cool. Let's go back to camera one, cut that one. Okay, cool. So with regards to it, that you would have seen obviously what we shot, those of you that are online. So with regards to client, the question came through, those of you that are watching, is when it comes to video, the creative takes lead, absolutely. Because, well, what you have to do is, what you should do is you sit with the client and you say, listen, what do you want to portray about in the movie? Do you want it to be this, that, the next thing? Then you as a creative, you might come up and say, oh, I saw a video that this is what pretty much I want my company to be portrayed. Still say to them, because they like this, people like it that you're digging a little bit. I notice, like, for instance, let's say the video that they've shown me versus who the company is that I read they are is kind of different. So this is where I come in and say, listen, you have to be careful how you say it, obviously. Say, cool, we can do that. Would you mind if I add a little bit of creative, like, into it? I call it, you just call it creative. Can I add some of my own creative in it? Because what I'm reading from your company is that that's a great company. Be careful, because it could be one of their sister companies. Great company, but I see you've got an identity of your own. So I want to take that and I want to add your identity to this and make it something that's customized for you. They'll say, okay, cool. And then you have to obviously know the keywords, but then they normally give it to creative and say, listen. But then also, don't get them involved in the cut. Because you'll sit there forever. That's the worst thing. You get them involved in the cut. Oh, but I want I want that. No, I don't want that. Actually, I want this in. And you know it's not going to work. And then they're like, no, I want.
Actually, the first
you cut it. Yeah. You cut it. You give it to them. First draft. Then they say, okay, yeah, this or that to the next thing. Then you refine it from there. But never make that mistake with regards to doing that. So creative, yes. You, the creative, you should be right. You can't demand it, but you should request it. From a video point of view, the nice thing that what I've also tried to stick with lights is you'll see on this one here, on the snare light, it's got a space for a V-lock battery. Well, it's for a V-lock stand, but you can also put here, where's the V-lock battery, other connection, I don't have it here. You can actually use V-locks. Have you seen V-locks? So they're massive batteries. And the same with this light here, it can also have V-locks on it. And it can also hang from the stand. The fuses here, or these really do help quite a bit. So I'm going to show you something, what it's going to do. Manante, can you, you know how to operate, huh? Can you stand here for me in that light there? Yeah, there. It's nice and bright. So let me just show you. Yeah, please. So this is, let me just give you a shot. Oh, there's a V-lock. Check out the V-lock. See, those are. So I'm going to quickly show you how bright this is. So this is the Forza 500. What we're on now? Can we go to camera 2? No, but get it ready so long while you. No, it's facing there. I need it. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Okay. So what we're going to do is check this. That's 100%. Okay. So this here, let's go around here, back to there. She's actually almost blinded. Okay, I'm just going to quickly set up here. Okay. Okay, done. So now this is obviously with this, what's nice with this thing is I can literally, do you see what's happening to the light? Okay, so let's take that down, striking. Let's take this off. Now you must always be careful with the lights, they get very hot. Even though these are LEDs, so they're super powerful. Let's just close it up here. Okay, done. Thank you. So this is a little attachment here. And what you'll see with this is so no globes, nothing. And they do get hot, as you can see. So trick with these, open up here. Clipped in. Okay, let's show you the difference in light. Why is it off? Can someone plug out the power? That's on. That's on. This is on. No power. Okay. Close your eyes. Okay. So still quite, but look at that circle of light, and then we hit into this. Are you seeing something better already? So those of you that are shooting, window light is the most beautiful light, most diffused light. There we go. How does that look? Hey? Just that little extra does it for them. And then obviously if she can even come close. Same power, hey? Full output, you can see. Okay, now I'm going to show you something with this gimbal. What's nice. Okay, you can put those away so long. So check here. This is just for the fun of it, but just to show you how stable this thing is. Okay, well, you go back there. I'm going to just shoot a. Let's do this. Okay, I'm going to put it on slow-mo, this camera. Let's do that. Okay. You're going to walk to the light. I'm going to run to you, so just don't get a fright. And if I fall and trip and fall, don't laugh at me. Thank you. And what I want you to do is, as I get close, come walking. So I'm going to be running like this, and then I want you to flick your hair past me like that. But actually, so spot me, and then almost flick your hair like that, and turn and carry on going. Okay. Yeah, like that. And then, but do a turn as you do it. So, and lift your shoulder up. So let's check it. And they do it, and looking at the camera. So you're going to look at me as I'm going to come through to you. So let's just do an action on that. So here we go. Okay. Wait a sec. Okay. So I'm going to come running up to you. Let's go. Look at me. Flick. That's perfect. Okay. Ready. A lot of action going on here. Okay. That one's playing, huh? Okay. So 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Sure. Attitude in that thing. Have a look here. So this is slow-mo. You saw how quickly I moved, and you're going to see, is it playing?
Yeah. Oh, wow, that's so cool.
Try it one more time, and then you're going to give me an action. Okay. let's just do this. I just want to show them. Can they see it?
Yeah.
So here is the slow-mo coming through. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's do it again. One last one. Then we're done. Okay, now I'm going to really come in fast. And you're going to have to move fast as well. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Whew, tired. Yeah, until 10. But I love what I do, so
Yeah, makes all the difference.
I'm running, eh?
Oh, that is so nice. That is so nice. Lovely.
Really cool, huh?
Yeah.
You're gonna try something? Yeah. Do you want to do a run and jump or something like that? Hey? What do you want to do? Or do you want to give me attitude as well? Yeah, give me an attitude one, then we'll do a fun one. Let's do an attitude one. Are there any questions coming up online? Will you just check? Okay. So, no, it's you fun. Let's, Carla will check.
What's the weirdest continuity that you've ever seen?
The weirdest continuity I've ever seen.
The mishap.
Oh, yes, there's lots. When like the big things is for me, I notice the small things, but the big things like watches being on the wrong side, that the camera,
I've seen that.
is it?
I've seen
Yeah.
that in movies.
Yeah.
Done that wrong.
That's big time. Also, when they're having one camera angle and then they have this, they do a cut, but it's the same camera angle. It's meant to be the same camera angle, but it's a different side. They've shot into a mirror or something. Someone's got clever, but it hasn't transitioned properly. But mainly leaving stuff on. Yeah, and then there's also things when the person's meant to be dead, but they use them as an extra as well. So like you watch it, that person's dead. No.
That's frequent in Nigeria. When they poison you, they taste whether they put enough poison.
I love that, eh? Okay, what you gonna do for me? Remember, these moves, when you're doing slow-mo, the key with the slow-mo is to do big movements. So when you're doing things, but like fast, it's like, wow. Like you can do that kind of thing. So you can literally like just go, wow. Okay. Yeah. Let's try that. Okay. But we're going to do it quite quick. Ready. Steady. Wait for me and go. Yeah. Yeah. Why I'm doing it fast like that is I just want to show you how stable this thing is. Yeah, let me just do it like this.
Oh my god. That is
And then
so
be able to cut it.
I love the lighting.
I love it.
That's cool, huh?
Oh.
That split lighting works really, really well. So if you come stand here for me, I want you to do this. I want you to be standing like this. And then I want you just to look over your shoulder like that. So what she's doing is she's going to have her back to the light, and she's just going to turn fast like that. Okay, wait a sec. Okay, wait for me, and just want to get focus. 3, 2, 1, go quite quick. Cool, and do it fast for me. I want to do like super fast. 1, 2, and 3. Got it. That was super fast. Check it out. Come have a look here. Then the other one. Oh, what's wrong? Check here. A split light, you can do a lot with split lighting. Okay, let's give me another one. Let's do a jump one where you run and you jump. Okay, so now I'm going to give you an option thing where I'm going to come low and then going to jump with you. Okay. Oh, it's going to be fun. So here's where, so when you're doing this, that's what's nice with these. You see, A little bit in. Yeah, I just have to double check. Okay. Just want to get it in focus.
What she does, she prepares it like this, just like this.
Okay, you ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Yeah, that was a good one. I even got a right there. I was like, yet. There we go. Let's have a squiz. Let's bring it back here.
Okay.
Yeah, we might do it one more time. Come have a look. Okay. Sorry, it's quite dark, the screen, you'll see.
Oh.
You're going to try one as well. Let's do the two of you.
Oh, I'm gonna jump in.
Oh, yeah, no. Okay, don't do heels. Okay, so what you're going to do, you're both going to go. So let's do, Manante, you're going to do this. You're going to walk quite fast. And your name again, sorry? Beleng. I want you to, so she's going to be walking like this. And at this mark here, you're going to turn because that's where you're going to pick me up. And Beleng, you're going to literally jump like you did like this. So she's turning there and you're just behind her. Okay, let's try that. You can pack that one up, huh? Cool. Okay, let's just do an action on this. Okay, so I'm going to be coming here. So let's just see how it's going to look. So I'm going to be coming here quite fast. Just stop that. Okay, ready. And let's try it. Wow, that's cool. And I'm going to come between you. Yeah, that was cool. You veer out that way. Okay. Having fun. Okay. Ready. 3, 2, 1, go. Love it. Yeah. Let's see. I almost went like this. I need you guys.
That looks so good.
Let's go closer. And I'm going to come up from here and down. Okay, and then that's done. This is up. Yep. Okay. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and go. Gotcha. Too much exercise, eh? Okay.
Get out my way, sister.
Then I get to go around. So I'll cut this little bit and then.
That's actually really nice. I like how you did that, even though there's a bit of a waste.
Okay. So that's where we are and that's what we've done. And that is it for today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. But we're going to cut this up and we're going to show it to you and you guys can have a squiz. Obviously, we're doing what we can, where we can. And we go from there. So with regards to it, thank you. We're going to take questions now. So the people online, thank you so much. And we're going to end the broadcast now. So have a great one. Thank you so much to everyone for joining. Till next time. Let's carry on while we're doing. Yes. Thank you so much.
Are you
Any questions so far? No questions. So we're still filming. Just watch that one there. Just watch. Yeah.
do we message you if we want to find out?
Yes,
more?
definitely.
Okay.
Just give me a shout and we go from there.